On a scorching afternoon in Chennai, it was a tale of two incredible innings that shaped the destiny of the match. The first of these came from the blade of Virat Kohli. He batted with great purpose and intensity to fashion a hard-earned century. He got support from the consistent Ajinkya Rahane and then hearteningly from Suresh Raina, who made a welcome return to form to set South Africa a challenging target of 300. Then came the second epic performance of the night. Superman abdevilliers simply took over the game. He put on a sublime show like only he could to bring South Africa close to a series victory. But close was all the visitors would get on the night as AB fell and then the run chase came undone. India had managed to keep the series alive. 2-all then in the Paytm ODI trophy with all to play for in Mumbai. Yes, and it is to the west coast of India that we now arrive, what we call Mumbai's second summer in the October heat. But it's the decider, the fifth one-day international in this Paytm ODI trophy. We are coming to you live from the Wankhede Stadium here in Mumbai. Well, South Africa won the toss, and I think that no hesitation at all in deciding to bat. I think Dhoni said the weather would be a factor, but look at the changes here. Dean Elgar comes in. He normally opens in the test matches. We'll have to wait and see where he bats here. Miller goes back down, Behardine goes down to 7, and they're back with 4 specialist bowlers and hoping they get a bit out of Elgar, Behardine, and de Villiers said at the toss that he might turn his arm over as well. So South Africa have had a couple of changes to try and turn the tide in this series. India, no such issues. The spinners have done really well. So Patel, Akshar Patel, Harbhajan Singh, Amit Mishra all keep their place. Bhuvneshwar Kumar bowled well at the tail end of the innings, and Mohit Sharma had a good game. But 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, there's not a lot of batting over there, and so Dhoni, who's been talking about it all through the series, will have to ensure that the top 6 get the runs. Raina's back in form, so is Rahane, and Kohli of course had that imperious 138 in Chennai.
So you see Quinton de Kock's record, 22 years old, played 52 matches already, average of 38.
And he's playing against a team he likes playing against. What about this man? He's on the edge of being the fastest to 6,000 runs, but he's been that way right through the series.
Bhuvnesh Kumar, although he picked up wickets in the last game, he's been expensive. He will have slightly better conditions in terms of swing, and like I mentioned, the length will be critical.
Does he want to swing it though? Here's the decider. First ball. A little bit of inward movement.
Yeah, we spoke briefly in the build-up that we thought maybe, just maybe, MS Dhoni would turn to Harbhajan Singh to Quinton de Kock quite quickly. The off-spinners had success against him so far in this series. India have reverted back to the round-the-wicket tactic. They went away from it in Chennai, but again here to Quinton de Kock round the wicket, trying to tuck him up.
They don't have the catcher for the pickup shot though behind square like they had before. They don't have one at square leg. I just wonder if they expect him to go round the wicket and just get it to leave the batsman a little bit because there's 2 slips. Quinton de Kock has got out to off spinners 3 times out of 4.
Quinton de Kock also has got South Africa off to a really good start. He was batting really well in the last game, scoring more than run a ball.
Shout for LBW, not out.
Yeah, already it looks like there's a little bit more for the seamers. Not so much in terms of sideways movement, but bounce. Looks like the ball's coming onto the bat beautifully. And the pitch to me looks like a wicket that's going to offer everyone a bit of something. Seamers might get a little bit, spinners will get a bit of grip, and the batters will get great value for their run. So I think it's going to be another outstanding wicket through. We've seen a lot of those through the series that have just found a great balance between bat and ball. I think initially now you'll see a big sparring sessions between the teams where they'll take a couple of balls or a couple of overs, big games like this. Everyone's trying to feel each other out. Who can get that momentum first?
No runs still, and I'm glad that the definition of a good pitch is now getting a little more realistic. 270, 280, good scores. This is Anil Chaudhary, in only his second one-day international. He's been third umpire a couple of times in this series. And a very familiar face in his 68th one-day international, Kumar Dharmasena. Came to the subcontinent in 1996 and won a World Cup with Sri Lanka. Him and Murli were the off-spinners, Muralidharan. Still to get out the mark. He's in good form though, especially against the new ball. He's enjoyed batting and he likes batting against India. This is from Rajkot, where most people like to bat.
Yeah, it dropped just before the series. They ended up having a good A tour to India and would have been uncertain when he started. He got a couple of starts up front, but this was the big one. In the heat of Rajkot, went through and got 100. Started well again. And South Africa will be hoping that there's more of this from him today. Looked good the other night in Chennai against the Seamers, and the off-spinner came on and troubled him again.
So first run on the board, but not yet off the bat. And just to give you an idea of how difficult it was towards the end for Quinton de Kock, abdevilliers called him for a single, and his mind was telling him, "Go, Quinton, go," and the body said, "I don't think you're going anywhere." He was gone. So he was run out for 103, but he's got to start every single time, and that's what South Africa will be encouraged by. And runs on the bat as well. Will beat the infield. Jay, this outfield is quick. I'm not sure it was the most perfectly timed shot, but the moment it beat the infield, it was 4. So first boundary, it's 5 for no loss. That is more like it. Full face of the bat, straight back past the bowler. It's one of the great shots in our game.
It's one of the favourite shots as a batter. When you've kept your balance and you've held your shape and you're able to punch it through mid-on. It's one of the shots as a batter that gives you immense amount of confidence. See the ball race past the bowler. 4 more runs to Hashim Amla. Good start from him in this deciding game.
Show the maker's name, they say down there. He's shown the perfect full face of the bat. As kids, we used to watch Sunil Gavaskar play the straight drive, and when we played in our little backyard ourselves, we wanted to straight drive like Sunil Gavaskar because that was the shot to play. And I think he'd be delighted seeing Hashim Amla play this one. And he'll get runs as well. He's now clattering the boundary. 10 from the over as the ball came on. Wonderfully, it's 15 for no loss. Will be the fielder, and I think that's good enough. Long leg was too far away. So already the boundaries are starting to come. 4 in the first 3 overs, and just highlights the problem that Bhuvneshwar Kumar is having. He's not getting wickets with the new ball. Whatever he's got is back with the old ball.
Tell you what, how quick is his outfield? Another miss hit from Quinton de Kock. Just beats the man in the inner ring and it races away. The other factor is on that, I know with the tactics the Seamers have used using the short ball here, I don't know if there'll be as much reverse swing. The outfield looks beautiful.
Again, not quite at the middle of the bat, but good enough for 4.
On this pitch, you can trust the bounce. And that's his 6,000 runs in one-day international. The quickest to get to 6,000 runs in ODI cricket of a short ball. Hashim Amla putting it away.
And we talk about all the champions, the Haydens, the de Villiers, Virat Kohli. I'm not talking Viv Richards because one-day cricket was very different when it was played in the 70s and early 80s. He's got to 6,000, a full 13 innings ahead of Virat Kohli. And then he plays shots like that and he won't break a sweat. He'll just hit the boundary ropes.
He is naturally very quiet like that, but he's actually got a great sense of humour. He's from Durban in South Africa. He loves to talk a little bit of surfing, and he's got a few good chirpy one-liners in the
surfing.
Yeah, he loves
Hashim
to talk.
Amla.
He loves to talk about surfing. He does it occasionally in Durban. But I think the thing that gets underestimated about him is his steeliness. You know, he's got a real steeliness about him and a hunger for runs, and he handles the competition of battle very, very differently. Some guys like to be open and loud and vociferous. I mean, he's calm, he's internal, and he's hungry to be victorious in those moments.
At the moment, there are just gaps Hashim Amla's looking around the field and he's saying, where have all the men in blue gone? Because I can only see the spaces between them at the moment. He's knocked 5 boundaries in 12 balls.
Looks like he's having a net there. Just waiting for the ball to arrive and just hitting in the gaps. His 5th boundary already.
I think what's been evident from the Indian seamers is just their lack of control. They haven't hit one area consistently. They've bowled with width, they've bowled straight, they've bowled short and full. So it's very difficult as the captain to try and set a field.
Now the edge is taken. Did we talk him up too much, the mighty Hash? But he's thrown his bat at it and India have got a wicket they so needed after the start South Africa had. 33 for 1, he had the world at his feet.
Mohit Sharma getting that additional bounce, and Hashim Amla just going with the flow. He had 2 boundaries in the previous 2 balls. Again getting a good start and throwing it away.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the difference between that shot and the shot before is his bat's at a 45-degree angle. It's neither square or straight. Gets caught a little bit in between, and with the extra bounce, he's caught behind by Dhoni. Hashim Amla gone for 23, 33 for 1.
Average of 37, strike rate 83. He's a good player for South Africa. Now the fielder wasn't there. The fielder had been moved really square. And so Quinton de Kock picks up an easy boundary.
See, what I was talking about, the bat angles. In South Africa on pacing bounce wickets, they say to you, play straight or then play square. Don't get caught in between in that 45-degree angle. And you can see his bat's just in between there. He neither committed to the cut or the backward drive. And they taught us growing up, that's the channel that you generally wanted to leave the ball in because you were caught in between. And
will be the fielder again, always good straight down the ground. Hard ground, so de Kock's straight drive just to the left of the bowler, fetching him very good results.
Straight down the ground, Quinton de Kock punching it.
Oh, that is a top shot, as good as any you will see.
it's on the up. Just shows how good the surface is. On the top of the bounce, you just see him punch through the line, through mid-wicket, generating lots of pace, and the blitz outfield. You see, not a bad delivery, not full or not short, but he just hit it on top of the bounce. Looks like a good surface, Anil.
Yes, all the runs, most of the runs have come through boundaries for South Africa. Again, change of angle for Mohit Sharma, now coming around the stumps. You can trust the bounce here on the surface, and you've already seen some wonderful shots for the batsman's blade.
Well, you conceded 10 boundaries in the first 32 balls. Would you be hopping mad as a captain? Would you be losing your marbles, screaming at the bowlers? Want to do something, because you can't just keep leaking the boundaries.
Probably internally you're having all those emotions, but you also have to really try and think, well, how are you going to get control of this game? What's going to be the best, most effective method? Is it taking pace off the ball? Should we use more cutters as seamers?
Gets a hand to it. I think he saved 3, he saved 4 there, in fact. That's well done in the field by Virat Kohli. He hit that well too, with Quinton de Kock.
As a captain now, the game has got away from you, and it's easy to get emotional and start to panic and get a little bit frantic. And we all know MS Dhoni is a very calm man, but he needs to start tactically thinking, okay, do I need to take pace of the ball? I think he's got a very set structure. He likes to use the 2 seamers for X amount, then he goes to spin and he brings them back at a certain point. That's been the structure of the series. He hasn't really mixed and matched too much, which has been surprising actually with the options that he does have. I think today he's following sort of similar suit.
That'll go for 4 too, because square leg was inside the circle. All Quinton de Kock had to do was get over. 50 comes up in just the 6th over. And that wicket, well, came against a run of play. As you said, nothing's changed.
Yes, again, trying too many deliveries here, Mohit Sharma. You can trust the bounce on this pitch. And square leg inside the circle. Quinton de Kock maximizing and getting a boundary.
And that's one thing that will happen constantly. You can hit on the up. Guys who like to hit on the up will get plenty of runs on this pitch.
Well, he's tried to bowl quick. He's bowled that one. The last delivery is bowled at more than 141 kilometers per hour. But in the effort to do that, it seems to me that he's lost out on a little bit of the movement that he used to get in the air. There it is, and he's bowling with a cross seam. That hasn't helped. Given the batsman just a little bit of room around the off stump, that's enough. He's opened the face of the bat, hit it between those two fielders. So the pressure will be somewhat less now on Faf du Plessis now that he's hit a boundary.
Everyone up on the offside, no one back on that offside, 2 men behind square. Should be a short delivery. Is and dealt with by du Plessis.
That's 4 runs as well, Polly. Setting up nicely. So Bhuvaneshwar Kumar really suffering here on a good pitch, lightning quick outfield. But also now he's not using his main weapon. It's been talked about a lot, so I'll move on the subject. Again, you see that he's become the deck bowler, like a South African bowler.
Yeah, not using his strength. That's going to be challenging. There's the pitch map. And as you can see, those 3 deliveries, the one that's next to the yellow one that's pulsating on a decent length, you hit 5 or 6 deliveries in that area. I can guarantee you'll probably go for 1 boundary if you're lucky, and that'll be because Faf du Plessis will use his feet like we saw him do earlier and hit you over the top.
That's a nice shot, very good shot. This by de Kock. Anil Chaudhary very lucky to get out of the way. Quick footwork there. He's smacked it. Look at that. He's hit it off the middle. Come on, catch it, Anil.
It was a good shot. And also the realization from de Kock that there's no one back at a 45 position. So even if he gets the top edge, it'll go away safely.
Something that we've been running through through the series is ask the experts. Have a match-related query. Tweet the rate of BCCI with hashtag ask the expert, and that's found the gap between point and extra cover. Quinton de Kock with his famous square cut.
Disappointing from Patel. No need to offer him any width, and Dhoni under that helmet, he normally looks very serene, but he'll be a grumpy man about the width that was offered. De Kock is so strong square on the offside, you can't afford to give him those easy ones to hit.
Look at the time that he had to pick his spot as well. I think Akshar Patel perhaps read him wrong, thought that he was going to go down the pitch, so he bowled it flat and wide. This is more like it. But this again is a very, very good shot. Using his feet, hitting it between that fielder at long on and deep mid-wicket. When you're in the kind of form that de Kock is in, you are confident of playing these shots. He wasn't quite to the pitch of the ball. I don't think this was quite an intended shot. But as soon as he found that he was a little too far away, he went through with that shot, and that's a terrific shot.
Yeah, it is quality. He brings up the 50 partnership between these two.
I think he's going to get 4 runs here, and he'll move on to 49. A bit of a hoik on the leg side, or a slog. It's 4 important runs.
Yeah, if the outside edge was beaten, you got the feeling de Kock was going to try and dominate if he got an opportunity. That one's slightly over-pitched, and there's a huge element of risk playing this shot, but it's worked out for him. He rolls the wrists in the end and picks up that second boundary to the mid-wicket area. Kock moves on to 49.
They've got a fielder there, deep mid-wicket. Well, there was a bit of hesitation, but he'll complete the 50th run.
Yes, and Faf du Plessis has dived again. I think if he keeps taking runs like that, Faf du Plessis might complete a half-century of dives. But it is a very, very good half-century once again from this young man. He loves the Indian bowling. He's already got 400s in one-day cricket against India. And so far he's got no 50s. Every 50 is converted into 100. He's on 50. Well played.
de Kock couldn't quite work out if he had taken the catch or not. Just over the fingertips of Mohit Sharma. It's 109 for 1. It's overthrows here. No one backing up. And the man down on the boundary. Through him. 3 runs for South Africa. Just the intensity of the running between wickets. Creating the mistake from India. No one getting round to back up. So yeah, just punched away on the offside. Another well-run single. MS Dhoni leaving it for the direct hit, thinking there's an opportunity for a run out.
Mohit Sharma in the deep, couldn't clean it up. It's 5 runs now. Pressure on the bowler straight away. But no fault of his.
That's the projected score. It's a lot of runs, 339.
Graham said, didn't you earlier, in your first 280 pass score, like 20 runs more than that as a cushion?
Absolutely, I think 300 was the total I had in mind. See, over extra cover. Quinton de Kock getting a little bit of width from Harbhajan Singh. Frees the arms. And you have 2 extra covers to him. A short catching option, saving the 1. And a man on the ring. Lets the hands fly. Another boundary to him.
India doing the right thing, trying to get the batsman out, Quinton de Kock. Just a little bit of room, slightly fuller from Harbhajan Singh. And Quinton de Kock going over extra cover for a boundary.
It's close to the off stump. It's a very quick outfield. He's taken a little bit of risk, Quinton de Kock. Too close to cut, but he'll still get a boundary.
Good batting from Quinton de Kock. We saw the width, slightly fuller length, and he put it over extra cover for 4. Harbhajan just that back of a length, and he uses the crease well. Nice touch just behind point. 2 boundaries in a row.
Picked the gap perfectly. Also the bottom hand coming into play. It'll be a 1 bounce 4. He targeted Akshar Patel earlier in his spell. Now he's going after the leg spin Amit Mishra with the turn.
It's outstanding batting from Quinton de Kock. You see the slider again. It's through the line.
There's the googly, and that's a wonderful shot, that inside out. Picked it up early and put it away easily. Quinton de Kock at his very best.
Tell you what, I know I keep talking tactically about what I think he should be doing, because I just want him to go and, from a South African perspective, to get a 100, get a big 100. I mean, he has such a platform. My, is he looking good without giving him the commentator's curse. Picking his spot at will here to Mishra.
Looking at 370. It's a pickup shot. Look how far that ball has gone.
Shot yard. That is superb. Gets across onto the off-start and just whips it over backwards square. Takes him to 95 and brings the South African 150 up.
Well said, like a typical Mumbaikar. Shot yard. But he has played that shot really well. Even in the previous game, he hooked it over fine leg. He's just helping the ball along. He goes inside the line of the ball and then, with a flick of the wrist, powers it over the boundary. Brilliant batting this from Quinton de Kock.
He's on 95. Wonderfully struck. This is going to be 4 runs. Moves on to 99.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cover drive. Change up 115 kilometers per hour by Mohit Sharma. And de Kock's equal to the task. He's just seen ball, hitting ball. He's not complicating it at all. He's just watching that kookaburra as closely as he can and making his Indian bowlers pay.
Another fine shot. It's a stand-up and deliver shot. 99.
Strike rate of 128.6. And the crowd getting right behind de Kock at this stage. They love hundreds here. And he gets one. It may be an outsider, Quinton de Kock. They're standing up and applauding this innings. His 5th 100 against India. And the fewest inning that any batsman has taken for his 8th one-day international 100.
Quality innings from Quinton de Kock, appreciated by the men in the change room. He's been absolutely superb. When he got his 100 at Rajkot, he was so tired he couldn't punch the air, but this time around, full of emotion, and so he should be. It's been a wonderful effort, 100 off just 78 deliveries. It's his quickest 100 that he's got at the international level, and it's set a wonderful platform for his team.
16 fours and a 670 runs coming in boundaries. Faf du Plessis has been steady at the other end. Narrowest of gap has been found by Faf du Plessis. What a shot this is. Beautiful back foot punch for 4. That's 15 runs so far from this over.
Oh, what a brilliant shot that. He again stood up. It's a punch off the back foot. The bottom man coming into play. But as Sanjay Manjrekar said, it was a very, very narrow gap between that extra cover fielder and the fielder at mid-off. Very narrow gap. Superbly done. This is batting at its best.
Crowd not quiet. They're still sort of cheering on, making some noise. Akshar Patel won't get there, so that's going to be 4.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni is still going on the attack. He wants to try and pick up a wicket. That's why he's got Raina nice in and close, had a little leg slip. Now this delivery is bowled with a little bit of pace. It slid down the leg side, and that's easy for Quinton de Kock. He rolls the wrists, and Raina's got no chance. And there's no one any further back, so it's an easy boundary.
Play the pull shot and he'll get 4 runs for it.
Yeah, with the regulations as they are in this period, you can only have the 4 men out, and the leg spinner tends to sacrifice the deep mid wicket. So if he does drag down, it's always a shot option for the batsman on strike, and Faf du Plessis plays this superbly. It's dragged down. He rocks back quickly and onto it in a flash.
It's good use of the depth of the crease there by du Plessis, giving himself that extra.
He's gone cross-batted, but maybe was a bit lucky there. Ajinkya Rahane generally goes with 2 hands, and once more saw that effort there, trying to get to it with 2 hands.
That same gap is where Faf du Plessis was trying to target. It's the half chance we're talking about that India needed and needed to take advantage of. They didn't, and that brings up the 150 partnership for South Africa. You can see it. The power takes it straight through Ajinkya Rahane's hands. Best score of the 25 overs in any of the innings by any of the teams was 139 by South Africa in the second one-day international. They were 40 ahead of that this time round. So you think you're going to be in for a big score. 4th 50 in the series for Faf du Plessis.
He's been very, very consistent, Faf. He's been just the ideal foil for the guys who have been playing the big shots at the other end, working the 1s and 2s, hitting his own occasional boundary and 6. 4 boundaries in that innings. Not quite run a ball, but exactly what South Africa wanted at this stage, because Quinton de Kock at the other end is scoring so well, batting so well. He needed some support, and that's what he's got from Faf du Plessis. And don't forget, 9 wickets in hand. That could be out. Yes, Virat Kohli doesn't miss out on that. It's a tired shot. It's a tired shot from Quinton de Kock, but he's done his bit. He's given South Africa an electrifying start.
Yeah, he's been very good as Quinton de Kock. Ever since he got to his 100, you could see that the heat and the energy had been sapped out of his body. This time coming down the wicket, just trying to knock it back over mid-on, opens the face, doesn't get the contact he's after. As he makes contact, he knows that's not enough. He looks up, see it's Virat Kohli underneath it, and he's not going to miss that. So the second South African wicket goes down. Quinton de Kock for a beautifully played 109 of 87 deliveries. South Africa 187 for 2.
Have a look at those figures that he's got, but the popularity that this guy has. I mean, every time it comes out in the spotlight, whether it's in the post-match presentations or On this occasion when he came out to bat, huge ovation for him. Don't see that very often in India with overseas players, but abdevilliers gets that very special honour. 188 for 2.
It's a perfect time for the South African captain to walk in.
Yes, after the cock was out, got Kohli bowled humidity. Oh, look at that shot. Easy. Now du Plessis said, can he play the defining innings in this series? He's played so well so far without playing that kind of innings. Everyone's calling this a good wicket. I'd love to hear Anil Kumble's views on what a good wicket is.
Good wicket for the batsman, Harsha. There was certainly something in it for the bowlers. If you bowl in the right areas early on. We saw Harbhajan really bowling well. There he goes. All the way. And 200 comes up for South Africa.
Yes, 200 comes up and AB de Villiers says, look, I'm here. Just one of you sitting back waiting for it. 5 of this over so far, 4 balls gone. Kohli in his second. Oh, he just picked the spot. There was no chance of the fielder on the boundary at all.
Yeah, you just felt that du Plessis needed that boundary. He's just gone through about 10 balls, looked a bit tired, a little bit flushed, looking for something just to gain a bit of momentum again, get his energy going. AB de Villiers has been pushing him hard for a couple of 2s. Might be just a crucial boundary just to get his innings momentum flowing again.
Shot. And it's well done in the deep. It looked headed towards the boundary. That's very good work in the deep. Rohit Sharma playing his first one-day international in Mumbai.
It needs some special performances from India. Rohit Sharma saving 2 runs for his team here.
There's nobody there. And it tells you a measure of de Villiers' reputation that just nobody said anything. It was a boundary. 234 for 2. Yeah, there's nobody there, and I think de Villiers just backed himself. He knew even if he didn't time the ball, as long as he cleared the infield, he was safe. And in the gap for 4. Really, all they've got to do is hit the gap. There's almost an inevitability to the boundaries. That was number 29.
Faf du Plessis just helped himself to another boundary.
This is inventive. Yeah, this is where the 360-degree element comes in. Brilliant to watch.
It's quite unbelievable how he picks his spots. There is a field in the deep on the offside that's long off. He's created that width. He's well outside the line of leg stump. Opened the face of the bat and he's hit extra cover. And that with minimum of effort and a lot of ease. Great shot.
Where has this gone? Well over the boundary rope. That's a 6 over square leg. And this is what de Villiers just warming up at a strike rate of 148.3.
We discussed this earlier on in the piece, whether the short delivery will be as effective here as the Wankhede Stadium as it was in Chennai. I don't think so. I think there's going to be more pace on it, and de Villiers, even with his bat turning in his hand as he makes the contact is still good enough, and Kumar can just watch as it disappears over the fence.
Good atmosphere here in Mumbai.
Well, that's a good shot, and it's gone all the way. It's another 6. He had 1 in the last over here as well. The bigger overs are starting to come now.
We often wax lyrical about AB de Villiers, but there's no doubt that Faf du Plessis can play some similar shots. He gives himself a little bit of room, frees up those arms, and straight over the bowler's head she goes.
Take anything now, he's dropped it. Went well towards the ball. This could be another chance for India. The Indians are celebrating. We've seen them once before in the series. An event at the other end, a wicket at the other. Might the same scenario here as well.
First, everybody was interested in the catch. It was firmly struck by du Plessis. And the run out that we're looking at it directed. He is just about in. The bails are dislodged now. Directed, good piece of work. But when the bails are completely dislodged, he's back. He's quick as flash.
So just events at both ends.
Yeah, huge relief for South Africa.
Oh, this has again gone in the sky once more, and what's the distance? Plenty of it. And the 50 comes up for de Villiers. He's just picking up Bhuvaneshwar Kumar on the leg side.
It's a hit with a high trajectory by de Villiers, but still managed to go the distance. There's pace in the wicket. He acknowledges the applause of his team up in the dressing room. He's not really too worried about that. He's more focused on how he can be destructive going forward.
Also, the length of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is quite predictable. See, he's not committed to the front foot. He's waiting for the short deliveries, and he's in a very, very good position to put it away. Might not have come from the middle of the bat, but has gone a long way into the crowd. Another terrific half century.
India, South Africa. Always a contest to watch. And of course, this is the Freedom Series. Let's go back in time. Let's not forget the cricketing relations between India and South Africa have a special place in sports history. India was the first to play South Africa after its reinstatement. As Clive Rice there was the captain of that South African team that came for just about a couple of weeks before we went to Australia. And as a player, I remember it was a long tour, 4.5 months to Australia, including the World Cup '92. And we thought, oh, we should have had a little bit of a break just before that long tour, and the South African tour was arranged quite hastily. But now I feel I was lucky and so privileged to have been a part of that particular tour and played in that series. Runs, lucky runs for Faf du Plessis. The tap has been opened, the runs are flowing now.
He even apologised to Kumar, which was quite a nice gesture in the spirit of the game. The bowlers have been disappearing all around the ground. He gets that inside edge, beaten by the length, just misses that leg stump. And there he goes, he just apologises, says sorry, it's been hot, it's been hard going for you bowlers.
It might go straight to the fielder. Bit disappointed with that AB de Villiers. It's a nice juicy full toss. 100 comes up of just 79 balls.
Terrific strike rate of the partnership. Du Plessis batting on 95, strike rate of 95 for him. The dominant partner in this partnership has been de Villiers, just marginally though, 8 runs, 53 in this partnership, and du Plessis contributing 45 in this partnership of 100. And very good numbers, and a good strike. The fielder will have to run back, but the ball will just clear the boundary line easily. It's 6 to end the over. It's 294 for 2.
It was a really good over from India, just 5 from 5 deliveries, and then a strike from de Villiers off the last delivery ruins it.
He picks up the right delivery to hit as well. It was a slider again, ball from the front of the hand, quicker through the air. And every time he bowls with the flatter trajectory, you can predict that ball.
It's gone once again in that leg side region. And that's a long way once more from AB de Villiers. The 300 comes up, and AB now is in full flow.
You asked for that other gear, Sanjay, you asked for it, and I think he might be starting to present it. And if he gets into that other gear, what often happens is the fielders become spectators, and the spectators become fielders.
So according to you, is put down in the deep. There is Polly, put down, even in the crowd.
Yeah, clearly it's going to be a fight between two batting units, but the big question when India go out there to bat under lights, does India have somebody like abdevilliers? Because I think that might just be the difference between the two teams. 66 now, 67 of 42 balls. He's gone much finer on this occasion, but the result is the same. It's another 6, and the 360 degrees now coming into play.
But as he moved early on this one, did AB? He got into position, and that short ball tactic we discussed might not be that effective on this pitch because there's more pace in the surface than we've seen so far for the rest of the pitches around. Off-cut a slower ball, and the village just uses it to help it on its way. And into the crowd she goes once again. The spectators becoming fielders.
It's amazing the way in which he hits sixes. The 6 sixes for abdevilliers.
And he will get that 100. His 5th 100. Smile on the face, plenty of cramps in the legs. It's a great moment for any batsman. Getting 100 in front of this kind of a crowd. His team also rises up. Well done, Faf du Plessis.
His first 100 against India. He would have been disappointed the fact that he's got so many 50s and hasn't gone on to get the 3 figures so far on the tour. And you can see the appreciation both from his teammates and from his captain. It's been a superb effort. He played second fiddle when he first came to the crease, but been brilliant after that. 316 for 2.
Right, Akshar Patel. Here we go. Faf du Plessis sends it across the ground and almost deposits himself behind the keeper.
Called it from behind. This was going to be the over. Akshar Patel hasn't been a huge amount of spin balls, very flat. Du Plessis having gone to his 100. Can't help but feel that him and de Villiers are going to put the hammer down now.
I won't be surprised if that is the plan. Now that he's got 100, just go for it. If he gets out and going for it, so be it. David Miller can come and get a move on too. But he's got to run his singles too. And currently he'll run 100 meters in about 40 seconds.
I think he'll probably be looking to just take a single where he has to walk rather than run. Give abdevilliers the strike, which is the smart thing to do. 77 abdevilliers of 47 deliveries.
He'll be sitting at that non-strikers end, hoping that AB doesn't knock it for 2.
And run at the rate AB normally runs there. But it's been a wonderful innings. I think sometimes, because abdevilliers is incandescent, you look at abdevilliers and you forget who's at the other end. And I think it's been a wonderful 100 from Francois du Plessis. Kevin fairly early after Hashim Amla had fallen to a very brisk 23. The heart is crying out, the body is saying don't. But it's been an innings of his endured. Oh, there's a big one. This almost coming to us here in the commentary box, right above our awnings here. For a man who's cramping, he's hitting some big ones.
Well, this is like a benefit match. Sixers being hit off just about every delivery. And as Graham Smith said, this is pretty predictable because he bowls at the same speed. He's pretty accurate. It's a lot easier to predict where he's going to be bowling and hit him. He's now down with that cramp. Oh, what a shot.
Now there's snipers on the roof. To every shot, Faf du Plessis is cramping somewhere. Almost into the commentary box.
There he goes again. Oh, he's collapsed. That's deposited deep into the stand, but as it was going there, he's gone down too.
And a sniper's back. It's everywhere. It's an absolute nightmare when you're in this position. I've been there before. Every time you twitch a muscle, it grabs. I can't wait to watch this replay.
And Mahendra Singh Dhoni, his captain at Chennai Super Kings, straight away helping him. There he is, he's connected, and look at that. Oh, he's a corner with that. Oh, it must have been, look at that, he's taken that backward step and now look at that.
Gee, the difference between being a player and a commentator. Graham Smith is beside himself with laughter. He wouldn't be if he was a player.
I'll definitely be sending him a message later. Well played.
Got to have half an hour break anyway. There he goes through for 4 as well. He must be wondering, why wasn't I batting like this all day? 24 runs have come from the over. It's 340 for 2.
Now what is Bhuvneshwar Kumar's line of attack going to be? They've tried to bang the ball halfway down the pitch. But this, I think, is a better option. Look at Faf.
He's taken a single. Now du Plessis. 123 from 110. He's played beautifully. He's very light on his feet most times. If you're watching him just now, you won't believe it, because he's really cramping big time. But when he's fit and not affected by the weather, he's got very light feet. And often you'll find that his point of contact is way down, a good meter down the ground sometimes to the spinners. Now what's he going to do here with Bhuvneshwar? He has timed that beautifully. I think he might just come back in his next innings and say, forget the running. We'll just stand where I am and keep going through with it. It's got to 129 from 111 balls.
And what a shot this is. It's a full toss, all right, but it's a most difficult shot, hitting a 6 over extra cover. But he's made it look ridiculously easy. This is batting at its best.
He's got 26 from his last 6 balls. Now, was there a glove there? No, there wasn't. I mean, it's interesting that there are days when you work really hard. You've got to bat 40, 50 balls to get to 20, 25 runs, and then you come and you're injured, you're barely standing and scoring 26 of 6. His best score in one-day internationals. No doubt at all that he'll remember the previous best was at Harare. In fact, quite a few in Harare, 126, 121, 106. Now he could move in time, even if he wanted to. A lot of those big red lines that are 6s have come after he got to 100. Predominantly leg side. But I think he's just stand and deliver just now, no doubt at all. He couldn't reach that ball, and it wasn't even the edge of the tram lines. And he's hit that in the gap too. At the moment, there are no fielders for Faf du Plessis. 350 comes up, and after a jumbo over from Akshar Patel, 11 from this one too. 164 the partnership now in 104 balls. And really the bowlers are just making up the numbers here.
Once again, the low full toss. And it's a one-handed shot. But he's placed it really well. There's a huge gap there between the long off fielder and the deep cover fielder.
I wonder if there's any other sport where you can be so incapacitated and yet so effective. $11 came with the overs, 351 for 2-6 to play. 323 runs in the series now. Abdevilliers 318.
See David Miller coming down the stairs. Saw Abdevilliers say, thanks Faf, well batted. See Faf du Plessis hobbling off. He's been valiant in the last part. Cramp's got the better of him. It's been a superb innings from him. 133 of just 115 balls. He retires hurt.
Yeah, it was clear there's no point in continuing, and that's such a wonderful gesture as well from Virat Kohli, who's running all the way from about 20-25 meters to say well played. But he could only hit the ball that was in his zone. I think in long past the stage where he could move into position and move into line and play. And so Faf du Plessis goes off 133 not out from 115 balls. Fireworks after he got to the 100, but severely incapacitated. And a wonderful reception, including from some of the Indian players. I think he'll need some help to go up the steps to be certain. It's a good decision by AB. That's good to see.
I think what he needs to do is just go behind the side screen and take the elevator. It'll be difficult for him to climb up the steps with the way he's been cramping. There it is. He's doing it slowly.
He's doing it like a crab. At least some rhythm can come back into the game now for the likes of AB de Villiers. He's been stuck at the non-strikers and unsure how to go about it. Do you take the risk with Faf du Plessis on his last leg? So at least now he knows the situation. He's in with David Miller. 5.5 deliveries left in this innings. South Africa sitting at 352 for 2. 400 on the cards here, the Wankhedi.
It's amazing what the conditions can do to such a supreme athlete. He's a very good athlete. Faf du Plessis, you only got to see him on the field running between the wickets. Seemed reduced to hobbling away. It tells you just how difficult the conditions are here.
Outstanding fielder as well, Faf du Plessis. Seen him take some amazing catches. So whether he'll be fit enough to come back and field, we'll just have to wait and see. But what an innings he's played. And he's given South Africa just the launch pad to get past 400. That could be out. No, I think the ball was turning, so maybe outside the off stump. But the flatter delivery, he's bowled that flatter delivery quite well. Because with the flatter delivery, what has happened is that the batsmen have generally been on the back foot. No, that's a very, very good decision, that by the umpire. Excellent decision.
Sometimes you think de Villiers can get himself out if no one else can, because he can also hit shots like these. Oh, it's well done. It looked for a major part of his trajectory that was going for 6. But Rohit Sharma in the deep has done well. I think he'll just shake his head and wonder if he could have caught it.
Yeah, excellent presence of mind from Rohit Sharma. The momentum was going to take him over the boundary rope. Just had the presence of mind to toss it back in. Save the extra runs.
I think he was shaking his head because he's probably realized in retrospect he might have just tossed it up, come back and completed the catch, as we see so often. He's just pushed it back in. And the way modern cricket's played, he'll probably be telling himself, I should have thrown it up. But for a major part of its trajectory, it looked like it was going to clear the boundary. There he is. And then he just pushes it back in. Oh, that's huge. In fact, it's colossal.
That has flown into the top tiers of the Wankhedi. AB de Villiers has found that middle of the bat again. Went like a tracer bullet. 88 off just the 53 deliveries.
A terrific use of the feet. Didn't get too close to the ball. He's hit it with the turn. So it's a lofted off drive. That's another lofted extra cover drive. That'll be a 6 as well. What an innings we are seeing here. He gets to 94, 367 for 2.
He does the best thing he can do. Get a free view from the non-strikers in.
It can't be easy to walk in and watch a man smash it everywhere. You've got to get going. Try to join the party as quickly as possible. AB de Villiers sitting on 94, just the 54 deliveries. Strike rate of 174. South Africa 32 runs short of 400. Has been carnage at the Wankhedi today. South African batsmen have put the Indian bowling unit to the sword.
They're the only side, Graham, who've made who've got 300s in a one-day international. South Africa before this against the West Indies. And Hashim Amla made 153, Riley Russo 128, AB de Villiers 149 and some 10 balls or something. Now he's on 94. And he'll get a boundary. It's a default shot.
Like I said earlier on the commentary, it almost is like a benefit match. Every ball's going for a boundary or a 6.
10 and over from here gets South Africa to 419. 419 runs at 10 and over from here.
It's changing the field all the time, Tony. You think the abdevilliers worries? Send cover back on the boundary. Long off is on the boundary. Point is on the boundary. Mid on. And a deep mid wicket. So third man, fine leg all in. Is he going to play a cheeky little one to get to another 100? We get to 99. The other day, yesterday in Chennai, he got his 22nd. He's now a run short of getting his 23rd.
Chance of ABD around the Wankhede Stadium. So highest totals by South Africa. 439 for 2, topping the list. 2015, the great 438 game at the Wanderers in 2006. Today, sitting at 373 for 2. With 4.3 deliveries still left.
Remember the 438 very well. When we went to South Africa, they were showing it every day on every channel. Just a single again.
This is the slow delivery that he bowls, the off spinner. Miller has smartly tucked it away for a single, giving abdevilliers the strike. One short of another 100.
The chance starts to ring out again.
There's a few more satisfying feelings in the world than to go to a place far away from home and hear your name being chanted around the ground that's been almost a bastion for the opposition. But that's where abdevilliers is at the moment. 99. He'll take the single, but not against his name.
Trying to work out if he's thinking just get the 1 or smash it for 6, but anything, you can't just predict anything this man's going to do at the moment. Backs himself 100%, worked out his game, mentally understands, especially in this format, what he wants to do. Streets ahead of anybody, certainly in this format over the last 2 years.
What are the chances he'll reverse flick it with a short third man and a backward point in? 56 balls. It's one way of stopping abdevilliers from getting to 100, but the problem is he'll just have to keep on bowling.
Well, he's taken some beating today, Mohit Sharma. 78 runs already conceded, and he's only in his 7th over. Tony phlegmatic as usual, not showing any expression on his face, but there must be turmoil inside.
Well, the way the field is, he can't bowl the short ball. He's got to go full, and if he goes full, he's in abdevilliers' arc. So he's trying to bowl wide. Batted ball and 100 for abdevilliers. Rarely has 100 come with such inevitability about it. 57 balls, a third century in this innings. His third fastest 100. We're seeing a modern great at the peak of his powers.
And it certainly meant a lot to him. Adrenaline is flowing through that body. It's been an absolute pleasure to be at the Wankhede today. It's been a superb batting display from the South African team. And their captain and their #1 player has led from the front.
And even while AB was looking for the single, David Miller's dragged him back for a second, so he keeps strike. Where's this one headed? It's headed a long, long way into the Devecha Pavilion for another 6. 17 of the over is 384 for 2 and still 4 to be bowled. What a player this man is. Just keeps hitting them over the ground. He's playing it really well here, David Miller.
Smart, very smart. Take a single, go to the other end. Best seat in the house. And watch as your skipper takes the opposition bowling attack. Now this is the slow delivery. There is no fielder there. There is actually a fielder there, but he's just watching it. Just watching it. Virat Kohli is also looking elsewhere because he knows he's got a big job on his hand. He knows that he's got to top that. He's got to get 100 plus, 150 plus if India have got any chance of getting near or even overtaking the South African total, whatever the final total is going to be. And at the moment it looks more likely to be about 420, 430.
I think they need to get the air traffic controller in. AB de Villiers flight 107. He's hitting everything out. It's a way they've got him out a couple of times. Will be called wide as well. But they fancy themselves bowling short to AB de Villiers and just hope that he just goes through with the shot. That's a century.
He was certainly pumped up when he went to a century. Meant a lot to him today. Big game. 2-all in the series. South Africa have never won a series in India. Certainly given themselves a wonderful opportunity.
Huge! Go find it somewhere else. It's in a train. It's probably headed on its way to Churchgate.
It's one of those as a bowler you do not want to turn around, because you know the sound of the bat, that's sailed and sailed. I do not think a cricket ball can be hit sweeter. Looks like he's on the driving range.
What a connection. What a connection that. Wow. This is magic.
And will go over as well. The one thing you can say about AB de Villiers is he's not partial to any side of the ground. Everyone is equally represented on his wagon wheel. 400 we were talking about. Well, there's 3.5 overs to come and we're knocking on the door. Anything can happen from here. Just one of the West Indies are sending a little telegram in, saying we know what it feels like.
So we've seen 3 deliveries in this over. The short ball that was used, a wide. And we've seen 2 sail over the boundary ropes. What next from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar?
We've seen 3 centuries. I won't be surprised if there's a 4th. This one from a bowler. No, he's got the edge again. There he goes. Just the manner in which they've got him out previously. They fancy their chances, but not much point fancying them. I mean, he's made 119 from 61 balls, but he walks back to a standing ovation and greetings from his opposition. He's a very, very popular player everywhere in the world, AB de Villiers. Out in the same manner he got out in Chennai. There too after he got 100.
Why didn't they bowl these deliveries earlier then? No, but it's an outstanding innings, terrific innings. Just the platform now South Africa need in their final couple of overs. AB de Villiers 119, 398 for 3.
Farhan Behardine is the new batsman, and there's 2 new batsmen in at the moment. When was the last time we saw a defensive shot played? I think India found a chink in AB de Villiers' armour. Give him the 100 and then get him out swatting like this. 119 from 61 balls. He played shots everywhere. He played them with disdain. It's a great admiration society there. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers. Kohli will be wondering if he can produce one himself here. 399 for 3 with 3 overs left. Now Mishra gets to bowl.
It's the one who missed out Hashim Amla, who was batting well. Played some splendid shots before he got a tad too ambitious, over-ambitious, and nicked to Dhoni. But after that, there's been no rest, absolutely no relief for the Indians. As first De Kock and then du Plessis and de Villiers have taken the attack apart.
Looks like it's become a game of cricket again. fielder there. Oh, he puts it down. Don't always see that with Suresh Raina. Oh, Amit Mishra might have thought right towards the end, I'll get something here. 400 come up. South Africa have done it more often than any other country, 6 times.
So you see the drop catch from Suresh Raina. Just took his eyes off it at the last minute. Hits the hands hard and bounces out. A long day for bowlers, and they need all the help they can get. South Africa moved to 400.
I've seen this man who's in strike play an innings here where he almost scored 80 of the last 5 overs to win a game. Down the leg side, should be called wide. They're not getting that one past Dharmasena. I think the appeals were caught behind. The 4th century came with just 43 balls. We used to put out those graphics of 50s. Now we need to put them up for hundreds.
See Mishra at the front of the hand again. Flat, back of a length. Allowing 2 batsmen that have just come to the crease. Never easy just to walk in. Just under 3 overs to go. Never easy just to walk in and smash it, especially after what you've been watching.
It's so easy to think that all we did when we came today was to watch abdevilliers bat, and yet Faf du Plessis got 100 out of Quinton de Kock, set it up really well. It's almost as if the platform was laid for abdevilliers. All he had to do was come and start going. And the form he's in, that was so simple. There's a man there. Just 5 of the 48th over. 4-0-4 for 3. Amit Mishra has bowled out 10 overs, none for 78. He might have got a couple of wickets actually. Gee, hit that hard. He's hit that so incredibly hard, because I was watching the fielder at mid-wicket and he was about 5-6 yards away. He's into the 90s, Bhuvneshwar.
This is, of course, not a cricket game. This is at the moment the Indian Open tennis. Lovely forehand there from David Miller.
You saw from that angle, it's a lovely angle to see that shot. You saw how far Ajinkya Rahane was, or rather how close he was. He's a good fielder. And finds a gap again. Don't underestimate this man. He's a striker of no mean reputation. David Miller.
Having said that, I think India is making it easy. They're bowling some pretty ordinary stuff. This is halfway down the pitch, about 38 kilometers around the midriff. Easy, really, really easy. It still has to be put away, but you've got to say that the Indian new ball bowlers, they've bowled some pretty ordinary stuff today.
And there is nobody there. As I said, the boundary is a default option. That was the 37th of the innings to go with 18 sixes.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sonny. Right from word go, there's been a lot of freebies on offer. It gave South Africa the momentum in that first 10 overs. They just carried it on. A tactic here Kumar used in Chennai. Had reasonable success, but on this surface that's got a little bit more bounce and even pace, hasn't been able to control it.
I did say there might be a 4th century in this match. Bhuvneshwar was getting there, 1 for 98. Just get the single. Miller's looking around and saying how many bounces for the over. himself. He's got a 19 of 10. Farhan Behardine, meanwhile, has got 3 out of 6. He's playing a different game. Look at that man. See, they love him everywhere in the world, but particularly in India. This match should have ended long ago. There have been so many interruptions. What's he going to do with the field here now for Behardine? He's sending mid-wicket out, long on out, deep square legs out too. Now so is fine leg dropping back. So deep point will come in. 4 inside the circle on the offside. And keep him quiet, a couple of deliveries. Oh, he goes through with a shot. And that might have gone the distance as well. 4.23 for 3. Behardine gets into the act, and poor Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he's not going to look at his bowling figures now.
Just too predictable from Kumar. It's the 5th short delivery in the over. 4-4-4. Just a single and then 1 up the ground. His figures are sitting at the moment with 1 delivery left. 105.
Another big one, this 20 of the over. Behardine wants to get back. Miller says no, hang on there. So 20 came off the over. It's 424 for 3. Now Harbhajan with the last over. Sails into the stands like so many have before it. 6, number 20. There's more than 100 runs hit in sixes. It was just a gentle lose now. It was short and it stood up. Behardine said, I don't think I'll get another like this ever again. That's taken. So Harbhajan picks up a wicket. Farhan Behardine was looking just to go over that man at mid-wicket. Couldn't quite do that. And South Africa lose a wicket late in the 50th over. 430 for 4 now. And Farhan Behardine has gone for 16. Suresh Raina this time getting his hands around the ball.
It was there to go also. Just a slight miss hit on Behardine, and Raina at mid-wicket takes the catch. Dino Algar walks to the wickets. We see Behardine gone for 16, strike rate 160.
Dean Elgar was flown in ostensibly to play the one-day matches. He's got 4 balls to bat. Average 23, strike rate 59. He's just straight into a different league. He's got to take a single here, hasn't he? Unless he gets one in the slot for himself. Got 2 left-handers to bowl to Harbhajan. Oh, he goes for it himself. It's almost like it's a birthday party. There's a lot of cake around, so he said, I'll take a spoonful.
Not much option for him. 3 deliveries left in the innings. He knows what he needs to do. I think he got the nod ahead of Kaya Zondo because of his bowling. He's going to have to bowl tonight. Him and Behardine are going to do the 5th bowlers for South Africa. He's walked in with 4 deliveries to go. Does like the slog sweep. I think that's where he will be looking.
There's a fielder there. I think this fast climbing up the list of highest scores in 50 over internationals. 435 is now number 3. Number 4. 443 I think is the highest. This was the Behardine dismissal. Okay, Miller in strike. I think his last 3 scoring shots have been boundaries. Good ball. The calls for 2 from Miller. I think it'll be easily achieved. .437. I mean, just let it slip off your lips. 437 runs in a 50-over game, 8.77. There's a ball left. Right, how's Miller going to finish this off now? Goes for it, and he'll get just a single out in the deep. They want to come back for a second. It wasn't there in any case. So South Africa finish a huge mountain in front of India. 438 for 4. It's the kind of score you see in a scoreboard when someone else is playing, but India have been demolished here. 3 centuries. Quinton de Kock got one, Faf du Plessis retired with one, and abdevilliers lit up, if you can, light up a Mumbai afternoon with some amazing stroke play. And India very tired and demoralized side going in. 438 for 4 South Africa. That's how many India need to come back and get.
Quinton de Kock, magnificent once again. 109. Hamla got off to a start. Out for 23. Then du Plessis and de Villiers, hundreds again. 133 for du Plessis, retired hurt. abdevilliers, 119. 11 extras. So South Africa, the 5th and final ODI. The PTM ODI trophy have been fabulous. Hundreds for Quinton de Kock, set it up nicely. Du Plessis and de Villiers getting hundreds as well, and helping them to get to 438 for 4. It's a massive score. 11 extras in that. Outstanding batting. All right, let's go down to Sean Pollock.
I have Quinton de Kock on there. Quinny, when you came with the A side, you got 200s. Now with South Africa, you get a 200s. Loving batting in India?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, obviously it's been a bit favourable on my side. There's good wickets here, so got to cash in when you can. Every time I come here, I like to do well. But yeah, nice wickets.
When you got your 100 in Rajkot, you looked like you wanted to celebration punch there, but you didn't have the energy to do it. Today, you had some celebration?
Yeah, I didn't actually have enough. Even now, I don't know what happened. I wasn't meant to do it. I just came out of nowhere. Just happy. Got the 100. Got the team off to a good start. Didn't mean to do it, but it happened.
And the surface, pretty good?
Yeah, it's a good surface. Don't know. I think it might change now. It was fairly slow. A little bit with the spinners, but I think it'll quicken up. Hopefully we could take a couple of wickets first up here. Hopefully a bit of movement off the deck. But we'll see what happens. Wickets should quicken up a little bit more now.
Okay, and then we're sitting there watching ABD and Faf go about their business. Do you enjoy that?
It was good. You know, it's just becoming a normal thing now to watch AB. So, you know, I don't even celebrate like he used to anymore. It's just bat up, thank you. That's it. So, but anyway, it's always good fun watching him.
Okay, well, all the best. Hope it goes well.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Quinton de Kock has got an outstanding record against India, and the bowlers suffered. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar 106, Mohit Sharma 84, Harbhajan Singh 70. They got a wicket each, and a wicket for Suresh Raina. 2 overs from Virat Kohli. Some brilliant batting there. All the bowlers suffering. Highest totals versus India in one-day internationals. This is the one. 438 for 4. South Africa were simply spectacular in Mumbai this afternoon. So the target for India is going to be a huge one. It's a massive one. We'll need something spectacular as well from India. A couple of batsmen have to get very big hundreds. It's 439 runs to win. The asking rate will be 8.78 runs to the over.
South African team in a huddle. And of course, it was all batting in that first half of the match. But I was talking to Sean Pollock during the live action when we were watching Faf du Plessis getting the 100 and all that it may eventually come down to who has the better bowling attack in what is basically hapless conditions for bowler. But Faf du Plessis, 133 of 115 balls, was another superb innings.
Yeah, he was absolutely superb. Slow to start, he was batting with Quinton de Kock when he first got to the crease, but that was when the cramp set in, and that was when he was cutting loose. I was glad for him to get a three-figure score. He's got 350s before that on this tour, and he backed it up with a beautiful 100 as well. But as you mentioned, it's going to be a job for the bowlers to do. They'll have to come up with a better game plan and have learned from what they saw from the Indian bowlers and apply that as best possible. Rohit Sharma has been a wonderful touch throughout this series, so India will be hoping, if there's any chance of chasing that 439 runs down, that he has a fine innings on his first innings in the one-day international here at the Wankhede Stadium.
Right, Anil, at this time, do the batting team, when they come out to bat, is there some kind of a tactic that's, drawn out? Is just about leaving every batsman to find a way to get to that target?
I guess it's just a matter of going through the 50 overs without actually looking at the scoreboard. I think the moment you look at the scoreboard, especially at the start of your innings, then it becomes too daunting. So you just have to just bat normally, still take time to get in, and then this ground has seen some great games of cricket. Rohit Sharma, brilliant in this series, already has 200s in this T20 and ODIs, and that's his ODI career. Need a big one from him. And Shikhar Dhawan hasn't really fired in this ODI series, and that's his overall record. So if India have to make a fist out of this chase, it'll be extremely critical that they get a good platform.
That's where South Africa probably got their first 50 of 34 balls. Dale Steyn with the new ball.
Yeah, South Africa will be looking to Dale Steyn to try and make early inroads. You never know how good the surface is until both teams have operated on it. But we've got a good understanding from the way the South Africans played that it's a very decent surface. South Africa will have to keep their wits about them with ball in hand. 439 of 300 deliveries. Both teams are looking for a fast start.
First ball of the innings. And a crisp, nice flowing cover drive there from Rohit Sharma, but for no runs. Chris Morris is on the field.
Every time we've seen Faf du Plessis, I had a word with the medical staff, and apparently even his cheeks were cramping when he got up to the dressing room. So here's an example of some away swing wide on the crease, beautifully caressed to the covers from Sharma. That'll give him a good indication of what the pitch is like. He'll have seen the surface plenty of times through his career.
That's the line he bowls. Dale Steyn bowls outside the off stump, the test match line in 50 overs cricket as well. Faf du Plessis was cramping really badly, and I think in that passage when he was really cramping badly was the time when he batted his best. He was just standing there hitting sixes. Just tells you that maybe footwork sometimes is overrated.
His hitting was unbelievable, wasn't it? As you say, maybe your footwork is overrated. Just stand and deliver, especially when you've been there for a while.
On a pitch like this. There's so much to savor today. 300s, all sparkling hundreds, and plus, of course, the little fun element along with it. Not for the batsmen, but for all of us watching something like this.
Tough conditions. It was really hot and humid, and Faf du Plessis, one of the fittest players in the South African side, really struggling there with cramps, but a fantastic knock nonetheless.
Oh, there's the setup. Big shot for leg before. He pleads as well after appealing. Dale Steyn, Dharmasena unmoved.
Yeah, Dale Steyn felt like he had his man. Dharmasena says, no, I'm sorry, you're going to have to try again. Foolish in length and missing leg stump. So I think it's all about where Rohit Sharma ends up. The contact's made there, and then Dale Steyn would have had a look and assessed things from that position, which looks a little bit more like his foot's come across and adjacent to the stumps. He would have been after the perfect start. He can't believe it, but Dale, I think that's missing.
Did he genuinely believe that was leg before? That was part of some tactic to show I've just, not got a plumb leg before, put some pressure on the umpire, because that was missing leg quite easily. And there's Rohit Sharma off the mark in his inimitable style.
Pitched up, brilliant cover drive by Rohit Sharma.
So strong in this area, width from Dale Steyn. On this pitch, most batsmen are going to be able to put that away, much to the appreciation of the locals.
No fielder there, and it's a quick outfield. So 2 consecutive fours, that 8 runs of the first over.
Dale Steyn wary of the fact that he'd offered width the delivery before, tried to become a little bit straighter. Saw what happened when he was full and straight and nearly got himself an LBW, but drifting too straight this time. Good effort by Behardine on the boundary, but nothing's going to cut that off.
Shikhar Dhawan flicks that away. It's not a pull shot on the leg side, it's a flick this time. Generally, right through the series, he's played either the drive or the pull. So good to see the shot coming through.
Well, the last ball is short in length, this one's fullish in length. Shikhar Dhawan realises it's too straight from Rabada, so he clips it away behind square, no danger. Couple of bounces on this outfield, and into the boundary rope she goes.
Oh, what a shot this is. Everything right about it when he plays that cover drive. How he manages to find the gap is the question, really.
Brilliant shot on the up and in the gap. When he plays these shots, he looks very elegant, very pleasing on the eye to watch Rohit Sharma in full flow.
There was a noise. Oh, he's dropped it, so we wouldn't know. So was it bad or was it bad? Seems like it from the reaction, it's bad.
The reaction of the bowler and also the fielders. It feels like Rohit Sharma got a reprieve.
Yeah, this would have been a bit of a burgle for South Africa, but they would have taken the wicket anyway, definitely off the edge, and that should be a comfortable catch for de Kock. Actually, his hands went too far past the ball and ended up hitting him on the outside of his right hand. Disappointment for Rabada. Wouldn't have been his best delivery, but it would have been a wicket nonetheless.
Oh, there's the mishap. Direct hit was needed. Not the first time we've seen this. 4 overs completed. It's 21 for no wicket.
Going to have a little discussion to try and work out whose fault that was. Sharma thought it had gone to the offside. Shikhar Dhawan was convinced there was a single. He needed to try and get it to Rabada. If he bounced it to Rabada, Rabada was doing really well as a bowler. He was getting back towards the stumps. If he had gone one bounce into his hands, he would have been able to get that ball onto the stumps.
Not quite timed it. Third man there, getting under the ball. Imran Tahir takes the catch. And what a big wicket this is for South Africa. It's Rohit Sharma, who's been dismissed. Just the kind of start they wanted.
Superb bowling from Abbott, hitting back of a length, making Sharma take the risk. He takes the risk by using his feet, just finds the outside edge. Imran Tahir grabs it down at third man. And South Africa have got their first wicket. Have a look here, cross seam, straight on a decent length. Sharma can't get the contact or the middle of the bat. And Imran Tahir does the rest. So Sharma has to go for 16. India 22 for 1.
New batsman Virat Kohli.
Outside the off stump. Was trying to find the Yorker, but the batsman will find the boundary.
not really rocket science, is it? If you hit a decent length, he's battled to get you away. You give him something to hit for free, a full toss, and he'll put you away every day. Just dancing around the crease, trying to unsettle the bowler, and he did the job. Rabada went for the variation, maybe trying to go for a Yorker because of the foot movement, and Dhawan picks it off.
Abdevilliers is at mid-off. Every ball is having a chat with young Rabada. Too high. It's that bounce and the height of Rabada leg before. Not be easy unless it's pitched right up.
And the pace as well. Rabada's pace beating Shikhar Dhawan there. Almost 147 kilometers per hour. Pitched way outside leg stump.
It's a good shot and deserved runs for it. Splendid shot of the back foot.
Yeah, it's not too bad a delivery from Kale, but just a slight bit of width. But it's all about the placement here from Shikhar Dhawan. Just opens up the face, knocks it square of the wicket, cross seam again from Kale. But see, not much width, but beautifully punched off that back foot. And watch out by those two fielders behind square. Both of them trying to get their hand on it. In no vein.
It's his kind of pitch, this one. No fielder there, so this should be runs. But that one, it's 4 more. Good over this for India. 10 runs coming off it. It's 37 for 1.
Two consecutive boundaries by Shikhar Dhawan. Short ball, square leg inside the circle. Shikhar Dhawan didn't look to keep it down, just went through with the shot over square leg's head for a boundary.
Oh, this is a good shot. He's got high in the night sky and the second tier of this ground. What a shot that is.
Brilliant shot by Virat Kohli. Short ball from Rabada. Just helped it on its way. Huge 6 into the second tier.
Is it the same kind of length, the second ball?
Yeah, just picked it up early. And then didn't look to keep it down. Just went through with the shot. Good catch there in the crowd.
Yeah, it was. And you were mentioning earlier on the day that you can trust the bounce on the surface, can't you? You can really back yourself that once it's banged in, it's going to get up and you can go after it and don't have to roll those wrists. Edged and taken. Brilliant catch in the end. A wide delivery. Kohli's chased it. He's got the outside edge. And Quinton de Kock, who dropped a catch earlier on in the piece, has taken a stunner.
The ball wasn't great, but what about the catch? Absolute stunner. Not the first one in the series. He's got springs on his feet. Quinton de Kock.
Just a wide delivery. Virat Kohli putting his bat out. A brilliant catch by Quinton de Kock. A big blow for India. In form, Virat Kohli gone. Virat Kohli gone for 7. India 44 for 2. A big ask for India. This is his career so far. 63 matches, 32 average, and the best score 111.
And we'll hit that in the gap for 4. There's a good pull of the ball as well, is Ajinkya Rahane.
Well, it committed himself onto the front foot, Ajinkya Rahane, then had to make the adjustment. Last delivery close to 142 Ks, so it was quick. Very well executed there. India need a lot more of these.
Just an in-between delivery from Dale Steyn. Either a short ball or a good length delivery. Just sat up around belly button, chest height. Rahane dealt with it very, very well.
143k is the last delivery. The most impressive bowler has been Rabada. Really can unsettle the batsman. Just a young man, 20 years of age. One delivery at 151, like Harsha mentioned. And the lengths that he bowled were impeccable.
Now he's put that in the gap beautifully, in fact. Beautifully put in the gap. It's more of a tap.
And both deliveries that have gone for 4 have been that sort of nowhere length. Neither short or full. As we see, it's around belly button height. One was hit in front of square, and this one was helped on its way down the leg side.
Clever.
The fielder there. Think he might have got a top edge. He's dropped it. I think he missed it in the air because he certainly had the time to get there. Dean Elgar, the fielder, got the feeling the moment the ball was in the air, there was enough time to get there. I just wonder if he lost it somewhere.
In the end, it ended up falling short. You can see he misjudged it clearly. Lost the ball in the air. He had a lot of time to get underneath the ball and clearly lost it.
Oh, he's put it down again. This is David Miller. They set high standards, South Africa. They've put 2 down now in 2 overs.
There's been a number of drop catches from both sides today. 4 from India. It's the second one from the South African team. Got to wonder whether this picking up the ball from the crowd has been a bit tough today.
No, Dale, he dropped it. And the next one. Oh dear. I'm sure Dale Stein's seen this in live before.
Well, Rahane seems to take a liking to Dale Steyn. Whenever he's bowling, he's looking to take him on. BLD on the other side, the 5th bowler, medium pace, is just knocking him around.
I think the Indians have started to think that Dale Steyn, with his pace, which is down from what it used to be, is just coming on the bat well.
And he's picked it over length. It was a good length delivery with no swing.
That is a beautiful shot. It's the kind of shot that you almost wish the fielder would stop, even if he's abdevilliers, because it was so perfectly struck.
Awesome shot this. Majestic, standing tall, on the rise. The timing was superb. He's a small man, and he is capable of playing the big shots.
Not the first time in the series.
Thank goodness there's no short leg. Would have been a hell of a headache. Swinging hard. We spoke about last over them putting the hammer down a little bit against Dale Steyn. Not really targeting the 5th bowler of Beardin, but they are trying this over.
No other option with the required rate going to 10 to the over. They have to throw their bats at everything.
Go in the gap for 4. Gently hit on a day on which most balls have been ferociously struck.
That's one area where they've got to target. The 3rd man inside the ring, backward ball inside the ring, so's fine leg. They've got to be looking for runs behind square on both sides. Just opening the face of the bat, intentionally slicing it. Shikhar Dhawan, just wide of Ashim Amla. That's a very, very quick outfield.
We look at the right-handers, and this is South Africa to right-handers. The grouping is in a good area. It's landed, and you can see the one white ball there. That's the wicket of Rohit Sharma. So they were really good. They were tidy. Didn't give them much to work with. The boundaries were from the short and the full deliveries, but in general, They were nice and full. That's excellently played there by Shikhar Dhawan. Just backhand paddling it past Elstein and brings up the 100 for India.
Cheeky there from Shikhar Dhawan. Slower ball. Let's just use the pace. And reverse lapped it for a boundary. India will have to keep the required rate at 10 if they have any chance of getting over this mammoth total that the South Africans have set for India.
Just going back to that point of the lines that were hit, that's South Africa. And then if we look at India to the right-handers and how they bowled, you'll see there's a big difference. Too many short deliveries, too many full deliveries. And there with that 6, it's going to be even less. Down the wicket, great use of the feet. First delivery of the over, putting the batsman bowler under pressure. And beautifully executed by Ajinkya Rahane.
He's an established Test batsman, very classical in the way he bats. Let's not forget, he has the big game. We've seen that in the IPL. So he can play the big shots when he wants to. He's going to get 4 runs for it. Nice pickup shot on the leg side.
It wasn't a great line from Biadin, sliding down that leg side, and once again India get off to a good start to the over. Boundary off the first delivery.
This will be the strategy. Put pressure on the bowler. The first ball of the over. Shikhar Dhawan getting a boundary of Behruddin.
Rahane calls for the single, and Shikhar Dhawan will complete his 50. It's been a bit of a run drought for him in the last 6 innings. He's now got to score. He's got to start. And that's a wonderful sweep shot from Shikhar Dhawan. Big backlift of the bat as well before he employed the sweep shot.
Yeah, we saw him try to play this shot in the last over. Didn't do it successfully. Ended up bailing out and trying to chip it through the offside. But this one he does beautifully.
Will he get there? No, he won't. Chris Morris is a tall man. The timing of Ajinkya Rahane gets the better of him. 50 comes up for Ajinkya Rahane.
Yeah, quality shot from Ajinkya Rahane to take him to the milestone of just 41 deliveries. There's often a question about whether he can or can't pick up his strike rate. Well, he's shown us today that he's more than capable of scoring better than a runner ball. Gave himself a little bit of room and smashed that one through the covers. Beautifully played cover drive.
A nice gesture there with the bat, acknowledging his home crowd who have got right behind him now. And this is again a good shot. Almost reaching the boundary ropes. It's really timing the ball beautifully, Ajinkya Rahane.
Brilliant timing from Ajinkya Rahane there. Just gave himself a little bit of room. And a brilliant 50. His third of the series. And the other one was a 45 at Chepauk in Chennai.
Both batsmen well past their half centuries. He's excellent batting conditions still. We've got to keep it going. Convert these half centuries into hundreds. Good support from the crowd. Dear Renette.
It's been a good partnership for India. 94 for 81 deliveries. So we're starting to find some rhythm, momentum gathering.
It's gone flat. And got the distance as well. Incredible this from Ajinkya Rahane. 100 partnership comes up of just 82 balls.
A good use of the feet. And then presenting a very, very straight bat as he plays the lofted drive. That's the need of the hour as well. India need big overs. India need big overs. The asking rate at the moment is more than 10.
Wants a single, sent back. Lucky he was sent back very quickly by Shikhar Dhawan from the non-striker's end.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more of that from South Africa. They've been on the edge of the inner circle right throughout this innings. Obviously, India need a lot of boundaries to win this match. But I'd just like to see them save a couple of ones every over. 10 and over is one boundary and a couple of ones and twos every innings. We see all the fielders on the circle, just giving them a lot of singles throughout. I'd like to see South Africa try and create a few more dot ball scenarios, put the pressure on India to take the risks to get to that 10 and over.
Absolutely right, because even if you've hit a sixer, the next 2-3 balls being dot balls can add to the pressure, feeling that the batsman feels that, oh, we haven't scored the number of runs that we should have in the over. India's target has to be to score at least 9, 10 and over. That's a big shot. That'll go for a 6. Yes, it does. Very good connection again. Now, Ajinkya Rahane is not known for big shots. He's known for timing. The timing over here is exquisite.
150 comes up. And was it the googly? He's gone leg side. It was the back of the hand. And he's picked it really well. Bottom hand coming off the bat, but has enough to get over. David Miller in the deep. Good execution. 13 runs of the over.
Yes, he hit it with the turn. Now he'll get a single to keep the strike. Good over this. 151 for 2.
It's gone through. Boundary to begin the over. Not a good effort from Imran Tahir.
Leg side delivery from Rabada, brought into the attack to get a wicket for the South African team. Starts leg side and bad piece of fielding from Tahir. Short 45. Doesn't bend the knees and get down. Just the other thing on the field is, Sonny, it's just mindset. So crucial. When you back off, just give a little bit of momentum to the batting unit. When you're really in and you're trying to save the one, you're showing intent, that rubs off on your bowler. Suddenly a catch goes to hand.
Absolutely right. The asking rate is still more than 10. So if the South Africans can save those singles, then certainly the bowlers will get more consecutive deliveries to bowl at the batsman. That's what every bowler wants, unless of course the batsman is abdevilliers. The kind of form he is in, then you don't want abdevilliers at the striker's end. Ajinkya Rahane is batting well. He's not a power hitter, he's more a timer of the ball. A couple of sixes that he's hit, he's had 3 sixes. A couple of sixes he's hit have been fantastic.
The leading edge. And he's taken a beauty there. Hashim Amla might have hurt himself, but he's pulled out the ball out of thin air, just wide to his left-hand side. That's broken the partnership. 112 now. Shikhar Dhawan has got to go for 60. He will get medical attention, but the move has worked. Rabada back into the attack.
Just what South Africa required, breaking the partnership. Hashim Amla moved beautifully from extra cover. Oh, just grazed his head on the ground, hit it quite hard. Looked a little bit stunned. Managed to hang on to the delivery.
Shikhar Dhawan gone for 60, 156 for 3. The partnership of 112, which was looking good for India, has been broken. That strike rate, he'll have to maintain that in this innings as well. Suresh Raina, plenty of experience, average of 35. There is a fielder in the deep, but the ball will find the fence. Ajinkya Rahane has been superb. Boundary to end the over, 161 for 3.
Well, he's finding the gaps again. Look at that. He's looked more to time the ball and place it. He knows exactly where the fielder is. There's a fielder more to the right, and the ball will curve away the way he's played that shot. He's gone for the big one. Remember, he got out twice to Imran Tahir, but that time it was trying to hit against the turn, against the wrong one. This time he's picked the right ball to hit, and it's gone for a huge one.
He's middled this one, getting down on his knees. Got 50 in the last innings. And Chennai, has he come back to form? India desperately need a big innings.
He hit him for a couple of sixes at Chennai. Moved away to the leg side, got himself some room. This is how Ajinkya Rahane has played some glorious shots, using the pace of the quicker bowlers and using his feet to loft this for a six. More timing than power. This one perhaps a little more strength put in it.
Back of a length, it's a pickup shot there from Suresh Raina. Will run away to the boundary very quickly indeed.
Yeah, you see him give himself a little bit of room in the crease there, and almost like a uppercut punch shot through mid-wicket. Oh, flick. He was expecting a short ball, tried to get inside the line, allowed his body to adapt. Sweet timing.
Getting very deep in the crease. In fact, after he completed the shot, his back leg was behind the line.
Yes, perilously close to the stump, but of course he'd moved away to the offside. So he's trying to throw the bowler off. The previous ball he'd moved to the leg side. Now for that boundary shot he had moved to the offside. Good comeback. Good comeback. Good comeback by the bowler. This young man, such an impressive talent.
He's been the quickest of all the bowlers in view. Again, giving the charge. Well-directed shot delivery.
Yes, as soon as he saw the batsman was advancing down the pitch, he banged it short, saying, come now, let me see you hit that.
3 deliveries still remaining in this over. He's timed it well, find the fielder again. He's looking for boundaries, Raina. That's the way to go. Still nervous in the crowd. Want to see an Indian victory, but de Villiers has been outstanding, not only with this magnificent 100. He's also been exceptional in the field, AB de Villiers. India need this partnership to click, Rahane and Raina, because Raina gets runs quickly. Hold him! He's got a long way across towards the off stump, and a Yorker. He's missed it. Suresh Raina.
He's walking around the crease, expecting the short fast one throughout the over. Managed to adapt to a few. That one, could see the short ball from Rabada playing on his mind. Rabada mixed it up with a full delivery. Raina too far across his stumps, and it slams into the leg pole.
Another very good delivery, and what a bowler he's turning out to be. The captain has brought him on. He's got 2 wickets in 2 overs. Raina's got to go. He's gone for 12. India 172 for 4. New man in is the captain, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Best of 92 not out in this series. Still a long way to go for India. 267 more required.
Well, he's moved too far across, and this is a very, very good delivery. The Yorker hitting the base of the leg stump, the unguarded leg stump. He's moving there because he likes to get inside the line and play the ball down to the leg side.
Change of bowling, Carl Abbott. First ball he's met by Ajinkya Rahane. Seen great touch here today. Picked up on that back of a length delivery. Just powered it away through mid-wicket.
Well, the placement's so good because he knows exactly where the fielders are. There's a long on, and then there's a deep square leg. So he's hit it in that gap. And once again, minimal movement. Then a positive forward step. So now a little bit of field change. The long on comes into the 30-yard circle. The mid-wicket goes to deep mid-wicket.
Well in control of the pull shot. Hits it all along the ground. It's consecutive boundaries to begin the over. This is excellent skills here from the young man Rahane.
He has pressure on the bowlers come for a fresh spell. Kyle Abbott. Back-to-back boundaries, his first to deliver. He's playing his first game of the series, Kyle Abbott. So he'll be under some pressure now. Yes, the crowd enjoying it.
Two different lengths and both went for boundary. Deep spelling was pulled to deep mid-wicket. Last 26 balls, 43 runs, but the problem 2 wickets. Nicely played again. He needs support. Ajinkya Rahane.
He's looked a class above today on the surface. Pulled well, driven well, cut well. Just all good all-round game. Certainly looks the most adept on the wickets that bounce a little bit more. The game is set up nicely for these type of surfaces. Just staying his ground. Very different to Rainer, who feels the need, the threat of the short ball to move around the crease. And as I was saying, Rabada to have the presence of mind, Ellis, just to decide I'm going to go for that Yorker, and executed it so well.
Hit the base of the leg stump. How good was that delivery? What a top delivery that. The thing is that if he had missed it and the pad was in line, he would have been out LBW as well. It was so straight, that delivery from Rabada. So have a look at this. He's moved across. So even if the ball had hit the leg guards, the umpire would have declared him out LBW. There it is. Great delivery that on the right at the base of the stumps.
Early in your innings, they tell you have a nice clear head, allow your body to react to the way that you've trained it, your preparation. Just too much movement from Rainer, premeditating the short delivery too often, playing too much on his mind. Was his downfall tonight again.
The slow shot delivery, well in control. Had to wait for that ball to arrive. Ajinkya Rahane will get a couple more.
This is turning out to be a good over. Required rate is 10.56. India have got 12 runs of 5 deliveries.
He's getting into good positions. You saw with the shot over mid-wicket earlier on. Gets his front leg out of the way. The short deliveries are handled well. He's just playing with a clear mind at the moment.
Well, there's not much of shuffle there. His head is very still. So he's in a pretty good position for just about every delivery. And he's scoring at 158.4. That's the strike rate that he's got. So nobody can turn down and say he can't play limited overs cricket. Or he can't rotate the strike. Look at that, how clever. Take a single, keep the strike. Count the deliveries. Count the number of deliveries before the over. 185 for 4.
Has he timed it well enough? No, he's going to be taken in the deep. Ajinkya Rahane's fabulous effort comes to an end. Bahruddin completing a simple catch, hitting the toe end of the bat, and Dale Steyn strikes for South Africa. But this man has played his part.
Yeah, just one of the good knocks of tonight. Struck the ball superbly well, just mistimed that. The man is set nicely at deep mid-wicket. Makes no mistake, Bahruddin. South Africa's 2 frontline fast bowlers making impacts in the middle of the innings. It's the end of it, 185 for 5.
India losing 3 wickets in quick time. Akshar Patel has done well in domestic cricket with the bat, but he's got to do well at this level. Abdevilliers having a great day with the bat, has been brilliant on the field. He's having a fantastic day as a captain. Change of bowling again has worked. Dale Steyn for Rabada. Rabada had picked up 2 wickets, and Dale Steyn comes in and he picks up the wicket of Ajinkya Rahane, who's looked the best of the Indian batsmen tonight.
You got to say it's a little bit of a premeditated shot, because he's been looking to go over the fielder at mid-on, because the fielder at mid-on is in the 30-yard circle. That one was in the deep, and he's played Steyn really well, so that's why Steyn was so happy when he got that wicket. Also, of course, he's had a couple of opportunities missed off his bowling. That never reflects in a bowler's figures, final figures, how many catches are dropped. You sometimes get a bowler showing 0 wickets for X number of runs, but not how many catches have been dropped off his bowling.
We called a wide. They're looking for extra pace. They know they can pick up with Dhoni. It's all done and dusted. That's what they're playing for, the PTM ODI series. A lovely trophy this from PDM. The 5-match series, 11-2 all. It's been entertaining, and South Africa have dominated the decider.
What an over this is turning out to be. Just 1 run, and that too off a wide delivery down the leg side. Nothing off the bat. The required rate almost 11.
Did well in Indore, getting 3 for 49. Rajkot, he went for a few. Chennai, he picked up 3 wickets, although he went at over 6 and over. And here he's picked up the wicket of Rahane. Wants the single, Dhoni to keep strike. End of the over, 187 for 5.
Kyle Abbott will continue his 6th over. Oh, brilliantly done. But the batsman is home. David Miller, the fielder. Anil Chaudhary, the umpire, wants to take a look at it. Really, I wonder how many people really wanted to look at that. But I guess he's just got to follow the protocol, maybe just be sure. And I hope he's sure. In a good position. I mean, he's just seeing it over his left shoulder. Just wonder if there's a mandate to look at those things.
It's like when it's there, use it. But a brilliant piece of fielding from David Miller. Again, South Africans hitting the stumps pretty consistently.
India with 5 wickets in hand have to get to a target that by itself has been a match-winning one in the series. 251 of 137. Akshar Patel at number 7. Lots of promise. We've seen him in the shorter versions, but he's got an average of 10.75. I was a little surprised that when Ajinkya Rahane got out, he's played a brilliant innings, absolutely brilliant innings, 87 from 58. The Wankhede crowd forgot to say well played. Wasn't a cheer, wasn't any applause, just silence. Disappointment took 1 over appreciation.
The enormity of the task itself, I think, that India have, scoring 439. It's a massive target.
It's largely because of Rahane's outstanding effort that India, in terms of runs scored, are exactly where South Africa were at the same point, even deep into the innings, fairly deep into the innings.
India have lost three more wickets than South Africa at this stage. South Africa were 189 for 2, and India the same score, 5 wickets down, and that's been the difference.
Always in these situations you tend to look and think to yourself, Rahane, why did you just hit it in the air? You know, you'd gone so well. If you'd taken a little bit more time.
I just think he was targeting mid-on, wasn't he? Mid-on was inside the circle. He was targeting to go over mid-on. played that shot before. I just think South Africa have bowled well. The Rabada spell to Suresh Raina was excellent. He really is 20, isn't it? I mean, I'm not casting aspersions on his age, just he seems so mature.
Yes, Rabada has been the standout bowler for South Africa. Rahane batted brilliantly for his 87. Played some wonderful strokes all around the wicket.
No, I don't think he's timed that well. There's a fielder coming underneath it. He makes a meal of it again. Dean Elgar, I'm not sure he's siding the ball well there. He's done it twice now. Looking a bit sheepish.
Yeah, you can see the funny side of it, and in the context of the match, it's fine. Good presentation of the seam. Dhoni goes on the attack. Airborne at this stage, he thinks that's out. For the second time tonight, he's been deceived by the ball not carrying to him, Dean Elgar. He's going to come here and think, gee, in India, does the ball not fly as far as in South Africa? Maybe he's been doing too much cricket at the altitude of Pretoria.
The bowler doesn't see the funny side of this. I'm sure the bowler is not happy about that, and he would be disappointed. There's an opportunity for South Africa to pick up MS Dhoni.
He thinks the ball's dipping on him. They'll take the single. 4 came from it. So 191 for 5.
Both the Worms are similar at this stage, except that India have lost 3 additional wickets, and also the number of sixes that South Africa scored to get those 438.
We're discussing Dean Elgar and the drops he's had. This was the first one. I think Kirana was given an opportunity, not even getting a hand on it at the end. And then Dhoni smashes one out, and once again it drops short. And he's convinced it's dipping on him. I think it's got to do with the fact he's only been in India for a short period of time.
I guess if it's along the ground, it's all right. I mean, each time he was diving, and you'd have got the feeling it was a tough catch, but it wasn't. Well, we're seeing some young children, their age group 8 to 12. The initiative for young kids to experience a cricket match at a stadium for the very first time. And not just them, with their parents, their father, their guardian, and their first visit to a stadium. It's a big day. I'm sure all of us remember. I'm sure Anil does. I'm sure Polly does. Not the first time you played, which is a very special day anyway, but just the first time you went to an iconic stadium to watch a big cricket match. It stays with you for life. I remember seeing Eknath Solkar take a diving catch and became a fan for life. The first cricket match I ever saw. Still remember the batting order of that New Zealand side. Shot. He might have got a little bit of body on it, so he'll keep it down to a single.
So mine was Sunny Gavaskar's last test match in Bengaluru.
You chose a good one.
Yes, in 1987 against Pakistan.
Is that the first time you'd been to a stadium to actually watch a cricket match?
No, I had watched a Ranji Trophy match, Karnataka versus Tamil Nadu, before that. But that was my first international match.
Polly, Dad took you matches?
Didn't get too many international ones in those days. It was just the Rebel series where I used to go and watch a couple of the teams come and play, but I never missed the local stuff.
He's got that in the gap. There's a field in the deep. Still remember the likes of Glenn Turner, Mark Burgess, Bevan Congdon, Dale Hadley. That was the New Zealand side that came out. And India had all our favourites. Jaisima, Pataudi, Wadekar. And our hero Abdevilliers played as well. So remember all that. It's a wonderful initiative for these young children. He's really steaming into it, isn't he, Dale Steyn? He's not holding back today.
And I know they've got some time off after this match. They're going to spend a few days in Goa before heading to go and prepare for the first test match that's just around the corner.
Are they going to Goa? I can tell you, when Goa's hot and humid, you want to stay indoors all day. So I hope the weather is different. It's not too different from Mumbai normally. But if the weather hasn't turned, then they'll be staying indoors a fair bit, going to the beach early in the morning and late in the evening. Straight in. And India lose another. Dale Steyn picks up a wicket. And I'm afraid Akshar Patel will do his international batting average no good. And now India coming apart. Until Rahane was batting, it looked all right. It looked like there was at least a little glimmer.
Yeah, he's banged in a lot of short deliveries so far to Patel. And that one was short of length, and it's more like catching practice. He just opens the face, guards it to David Miller. Easy catch, and Dale Steyn, he's in amongst the wickets and enjoying it. So the 6th Indian wicket goes down. Patel has to go for 5, 195 for 6.
Right, out comes Harbhajan Singh. 244 to get. Just 126 balls. It's a 20-over game, 244. The average of 13.45. But he's got runs before, the best of 49. You wouldn't back him to get 244, but if you had 70-80 to get and Harbhajan was throwing his bat round, you'd be a bit worried. Two people in the commentary box, actually, you know him very well. Anil Kumble and Sean Pollock. Go on, Polly, tell us your favourite Budgie batting story.
Budgie loves to play his shots, doesn't he? Always keen to get in amongst the bowlers, particularly the spinners. There we just see it, just guards it straight to backward point. No real control to try and get over the top of it, knock it down, or go up and over David Miller.
It's coming to Budgie. He's always ready to be a pinch hitter. Ready with his pads on. Whether you were captain or coach, is ready.
Dhoni plays the pull shot. Plays it well enough to send it one bounce over the ropes.
You do think after the way the last few games have gone that Dhoni would have given some thought process to the shot and how he's going to get it out and execute against these South African bowlers, and he's done it really well on this occasion. Back of a length, no one back at deep mid wicket, and he drags it in front of square, one bounce and into the boundary.
He also got a bit of room, though. Normally they've been banging them into his rib cage. Now there's a fielder there. That's a lot. 200 comes up for India. But at the same time as it came up for South Africa, just tells you how they played out from this point onwards in South Africa. 145 came in the last 10. 50, 46 balls. The third, that was when Rahane was batting so well. 32, he's been a standout player. I'm very surprised there's any more debate on whether or not he should play and where he should play. He's just a class player, leave him alone. India scoring at 6.74, and yet he was the only one whose runs were significantly ahead of deliveries faced.
I think he plays his best cricket on a surface that's just got a little bit more pace in it. I think on the ones that have been slower and lower that we've experienced so far in this series, he has to make the pace, and sometimes that's where he might be found wanting to touch. But I agree with you, class player. And today we saw another example of it, 87, 58 deliveries, and played some exquisite shots.
Brilliant innings by Ajinkya Rahane. Used the pace and then not afraid to step out and hit the spinner over the top. Slog sweep and brilliant batting by Rahane. 87 and 58 balls.
And dived a fair bit, as you can see. Very well, maybe just going back and taking a look at what he did today. He'll be disappointed at the eventual outcome. Just 5 of the over. 30 gone now. It's 200 for 6. There goes Steyn, steaming in again. He's had one match-winning performance in this series as Dhoni, and it came in Indore. Came after a lot of criticism after the first game in Kanpur. Dhoni gave India something to play with. Took India through to 247, and the bowlers did well. The sound of the bat, that's vintage Dhoni. Today he's got the tail and an asking rate of 12 for company. Taken. Harbhajan wants to wait. Now I think he's going. This was in the air briefly. It was well taken at cover. He just wanted to be sure the catch had been taken clean. Of course it was. Why was he waiting? It was disappointment. Did he think on the way down the ball touched the ground it wouldn't matter? Morris took it clean as a whistle. And India have lost another one. 201 for 7. And Harbhajan Singh's out for a duck. But here's Steyn. This is Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He's coming ahead of Amit Mishra. Not a particularly good time with the ball today. Went for over 100.
Harbhajan Singh didn't really get into a strong position there to be able to punch it off the back foot with any power, and all he succeeded in doing is just chipping it to Chris Morris there at short cover. Third wicket for Dale Steyn.
A slip in place as well for Bhuvneshwar Kumar. No, just short. I think it might have taken glove or arm pad or something. I don't think Dale Steyn looks completely certain as well.
He doesn't have an arm guard on, but I think it did drop short. I don't know if it might have been off the glove and then onto the shoulder. Oh, nearly stuck in the gloves. Just popped out as he landed. Let's have a close look here. Yeah, I think that's glove onto shoulder, so it would have been on his way, I feel. But he didn't take hold of it.
So why isn't he wearing an arm guard when Dale Steyn's bowling quick at him? Yeah, as he knew it was a glove on it.
I think Dale Steyn looks to be preparing for the Test series here. He might get another bouncer here from Dale Steyn.
He's in his third over. Graham Smith's captaining South Africa from the commentary box saying give him another 2.
In fact, abdevilliers hasn't bowled Dale Steyn for a long spell. He's used Dale Steyn in sometimes 3 over spells, sometimes 2 over, and sometimes even 1 over spells. So he's picked up 3 wickets here, bowling at a good rhythm, more than 140 kilometers per hour. This is his third spell.
The second spell was expensive. Rahane took a lot of runs off him. (201 for 7). Yes, he hasn't needed to bowl Dean Elgar. Just wonder if when Elgar comes into bowl, he'll keep pitching it short, thinking the ball should go further and doesn't. Yeah, grim. Find a caption for this photograph. Yeah, we brave the heat. Get some great days. I mean, some of these people would have been here. April 2011. We got to see the match of their lifetime.
South Africa have been involved in 12 deciders, so that means that in a series when it gets down to the last match and it's 2 apiece or 1 apiece, and they've managed to win 10 of them and only lost 2, so this would be, if they went tonight, 11 and only lost 2, which is quite impressive. The side has got a bit of a reputation of not doing that well when it comes down to the crunch.
I just think day in, day out, bilateral series ever since South Africa came back in 1991. Been among the top 2 teams in the world. 91 now to 2015, that's 24 years. Far too often the World Cup record keeps getting thrown. It's a fair record to throw, but not as frequently, because outside of those, South Africa have won a lot more than they've lost. Day in, day out, the top sides in the world.
And also one of the top sides touring outside of South Africa. I think South Africa has done really well.
Absolutely right. I think they'll take enormous joy from the results of the T20 and this one. T20, they got really good surfaces to play on. But this was not an easy tournament because they started in Kanpur. They had to go Kanpur, Indore, Rajkot. They had to travel all over in conditions that were not particularly palatable. And for them to fight those conditions, beat the home side, they're going into the Test series on a big high.
And they missed Morne Morkel and JP Dumini to come back like this in a final game, in a decider. And this young man, Rabada, has been really special for South Africa.
Yes.
3 of the overs, 204 for 7. Might just get a boundary there. Now it's stopped in. But winning is just a portion to keep you active and energized, isn't it? And South Africa managed that with both the T20s in here. Look at that. They started up in Dharamshala to Cuttack, then Kolkata, Kanpur, Indore, Rajkot, Chennai. It's been quite a journey. Now they get some time off. But by winning it, they've just kept their spirits up.
And tough wickets as well, tough conditions. They've encountered a close game in Kanpur, then lost in Indore, which they should have won. But they have come back from that disappointment.
Yes, Kevin.
2 runs for MS Dhoni.
I think they're going to be mighty proud of what they've done so far at this tour in South Africa.
Yeah, they will be. And, two trophies in the bag already, and then big incentive of the proper cricket, the 4 Test matches to take place over the next month and a bit.
That'll be a different test to combat the conditions over 5 days as opposed to over 20 or 50 overs, where they can pick the right side for it, get the right balance, what kind of surfaces they get. Will they be crumbly? Will they turn a lot?
I think the weather conditions will be good in all those 4 centres. Much cooler, at least the beginning of winter. There he is, the big man.
It doesn't matter who's batting or bowling anymore, because that's on the giant screen inside the ground. There's a fielder there, and this time the catch will be taken, so another wicket goes down. And it's becoming a bit of a procession. It's a day to forget for Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who's had days to remember, but not this one. It's gone for just 1.
It was a widest delivery. He tried to drag it to deep mid-wicket. Got the Q end of the bat, no real power. And an easy catch for David Miller. Watches it the whole way, snaffles it. And Kumar has to go to the dressing rooms. Just 1 on the board, 210 for 8.
Amit Mishra comes to the crease for India. 210 for 8 after 33 overs. And Shikhar Dhawan and Rahane were going. Partnership was building, momentum gathering. Looks like we might have something interesting on our hands. South Africa have picked up constant wickets along the way. Spell fast bowling from Abbott, Rabada and Steyn broke the back of the Indian middle order. As we see the dismissal of Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Still captaining the side from the commentary box, Smithy?
Yeah, it's in the blood, I think, Harsha. Yeah, I was just thinking that Dale Steyn has bowled such short spells in this series. It's very difficult to get rhythm when you've only bowled 2 over spells, and he was in in a spell that picked up a few wickets. It might have just been the opportunity to say, get some time in your legs, 4 or 5 overs, find that rhythm just before we get to the Test match series. So we see MS Dhoni hammering that down past the bowler. Valiant effort down at long off, but it's gone for 4.
Yeah, he's got young legs, Rabada, but even those weren't enough. It was ferociously struck.
Could have hurt the old shin bone, that.
But he'd like to be a spinner in the South African lineup of bowlers. Somebody like a Rabada, Dale Steyn, who's softening up the batsman. Don't mind being a leg spinner to flight the ball a bit.
And more runs, just drifting down the leg side. Just wonder if it's almost a release playing Behardine after everything that's come before.
I've been impressed with him through this series, and every time he's bowled, he's been really consistent, wicket to wicket. I see MS have a go, as he does there, and he misses it. Down the wicket, beaten in flight by Tahir. Couldn't work out if he had bowled him or stumped. I think bowled.
Missed the line completely. It was the googly again from the back of the hand. And Dhoni was already through the shot, bowled slightly slower through the air. Deceived him in the air with the slow pace, and there was a bit of turn and celebration time for the leg spinner Imran Tahir. He's picked up 2 wickets tonight, and he's a happy man. India in deeper trouble. Mahendra Singh Dhoni gone for 27, it's 219 for 9.
Right, Mohit Sharma averaged 7.75 at number 11, not too different from number 7. Oh, the edge. They looked at each other and the ball went in between.
Now he backed away, Mishra, and Rabada followed him, and Quinton de Kock took the step to the leg side and then just couldn't come back with the angle. Sailed in between first slip and keeper before. Just wrong-footed there with the angle and the movement of Mishra.
And he'll be a very tired man as well. Quinton de Kock behind the stumps. Spent a lot of time at the crease. It's hard work being a wicket-keeper.
Oh, he thought, I'll do it all by myself. Up goes a finger, and that is it. And true to style, this young man, whom we're going to hear a lot about in the years to come, has sealed it for South Africa. A win they can be so proud of. Not the easiest of conditions, lots of travel all around the country. And Graham Smith, the team did really well here.
Yeah, Hosh, you can see how much it means to him. The first time South Africa have won an ODI series in India. It took a hell of an effort from the guys. Put on one of the outstanding displays in one-day cricket to win by 214 runs, as we see the Yorker on the toe. Doesn't get better than that. South Africa have won both the short format series. That man tonight played his part. Boy, did he do that. Very, very proud team out in the middle.
So 224, it's the margin of victory, 214, India's second largest defeat. Silence envelops the Wankhede Stadium, but South Africa have just lived up to the reputation they have of being wonderful travellers and very good day in, day out one-day cricket players. They can be very proud of themselves here in Mumbai.
There we can see it, 109 from de Kock off just 87 deliveries. Hashim Amla got off to a fast start and then got himself out for 23. Faf du Plessis retired with cramp. 133 after 115 deliveries. And then abdevilliers to 119 off 61. And that was where it was all laid, and South Africa had a formidable task ahead of them with regards to the score that India needed to achieve.
Well, India bowling was not up to the mark. Very expensive. Bhuvneshwar Kumar going for 106 runs, just the 1 wicket. Mohit Sharma not completing a 7 overs, 1 for 84. Harbhajan Singh bowled 10 overs. So did Mishra, but all of them expensive and unable to get wickets. 11 extras and the score of 438 for 4.
So India had to chase down 439. They would have expected and required a big innings from Rohit Sharma at the top of the innings. He's been such good touch that if he got a big score, he would get them off to a fast start and accumulate those runs. Shikhar Dhawan, his best innings of the series, and it was all about Ajinkya Rahane. Kohli came and went. Ajinkya Rahane with 87 was the one hope that they did have. And once him and Dhoni were gone, it was fait accompli. South Africa would win.
Dale Steyn picked up 3 wickets. He bowled on short bursts, and Rabada was outstanding. There was a partnership of 112 building up. He came and picked up the wicket with Shikhar Dhawan and finished with 4 for 41. And Imran Tahir benefited by some quick bowlers softening up the players. He picked up 2 for 50. In the end, it's an outstanding performance. Just bowled out for 224 in 36 overs.
So South Africa win the toss, 438 for 4. They got in their 50 overs. All the Indian bowlers, should I say, were under some severe pressure from the outset. 300s. It's only happened twice in the history of the game. In one international ODI match, du Plessis, de Villiers and de Kock managed to accumulate that. And then India just limping to 224. Second worst loss that they've had with regards to runs.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.